Clemson Memorial Stadium. ACC play gets started here as both of these teams start what they hope will be a chase for a conference championship. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Death Valley. The tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Tar Heels will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers offense will have the football first. We get a look at the guy the quarterback will be looking for, TJ Moore. This is the guy the entire passing game is built around. He is a big play waiting to happen.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about. Yeah.
The coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's going for it all. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
Job number one for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting the big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, this defense received a lot of well-earned accolades after registering 4 sacks last week. They've put everybody on notice, and they're doing it again here early, already registering a sack in this one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost one down the sideline. He's got it down the right side. All the way across the 50, into plus territory, and finally stopped at the 43. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Running inside, it's Haynes. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Johnson. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Using the quick game. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Never a doubt. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. To throw, it's Chambers. Oh, they're after him. Being chased. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll go right back to him. Fight fights off a defender. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The Tar Heels want to move quickly.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Chambers. Snagged in the middle, it's Thurman. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. And it's their freshman defensive back who's down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. And the Tar Heels have this offense rolling. Creates a little space. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to pass on second down. Fires quickly. Oh, he's got some space. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Coming into this game, this offense really believed they had a mismatch problem because of this tight end speed and athleticism. And you saw it right there, David. Nobody able to hang with this guy on that touchdown catch.
And either way you cover him. If you want to put a linebacker on him, he's got a speed advantage. A safety on him, he's got a size advantage. QB takes advantage of the mismatch, knows where his big fella's going to be, and capitalizes on it.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead down 7-3. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And that went nowhere fast. And first down is a good time to run a screen, try to catch him being a little bit aggressive and maybe thinking about a little bit of run and making people attack and run downhill. But the screen pass did not fool anybody. Nice discipline by the defense.
And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's two really good plays in a row by this defense. Nice job, man. They are on it. You can tell. Reacting to what's going on, rushing the passer, being disciplined, tackling. And the most important thing is getting guys on the ground. Now they've forced an advantageous situation on 3rd and 1.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clemson will send the punt team out. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll take it on the return. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. The give to the right. Breaks into the open. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Tar Heels come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking downfield, it's Chambers. Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Lost the fire on 2nd down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all.
Now, these slant routes you throw them quick. It's a timing route. You've thrown 3 million of them to the wide receiver, and most of the time he gets his hands up and he catches it, keeps his body in the way. But right there, just lack of focus, lack of concentration, just drops the easy play. He's probably caught that ball 99% of the time it's been thrown to him.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He recovers the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right. this situation, the only offensive player who can advance the fumble is the guy who dropped it.
Well, the offense is coming off the field. They didn't have enough yards to get that first down anyway, but by putting it on the ground, they killed any shot of maintaining this drive, and now their defense has to take over in a sudden change situation.
Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football. You know, Clemson football is at its best when they've got that guy at the helm that can be a playmaker. And Cade Klubnik had some of those flashes, right? Like going to the college football playoff the year before. But Clemson returning back to humanity a year ago. Not a good season for them. And Jesse, they didn't go out and get the five-star commit in the portal. They didn't go out and pay a lot of money. They believe in developing it through high school and the guys they brought in.
Is it the guy, though? Because you mentioned it, David, and you're so right. When they had Deshaun Watson or they had Trevor Lawrence, they were the guy. They were the guy that took this offense, took this entire team to a national championship caliber level. They were true alphas.
Here's a little room there. Lowers those pads. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Going downfield for the big play. Touchdown, Tigers! Big.
Play design, you get your speedster, you put him in the slot, you usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And he tacked on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. The give to the tailback. Defense right there to stop him. And they get nothing on that play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Chambers. Here's the pressure. He's got the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First down here for the offense. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He's out of bounds after a short gain, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, for him not to hand that ball off on the RPO, the quarterback obviously saw something he liked there in the left flat, but it wasn't open. And as a result, it's an incompletion.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Zings it complete to the right. Drills him with the stiff arm. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. And the Tar Heels will have it first and 10. Motion from the wideout. Off the RPO, complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He'll be stopped after picking up 5. And boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Trying the left side. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on first down, stopping the run. Here we go on second.
Looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, North Carolina. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll go to the counter play. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. And with the ball in the spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break.
Oh, great opportunity to be aggressive. Find those couple plays you like. Push the ball down the field. At least try to get a field goal here, Palmer.
That's it, David. Just a couple of first downs here could be enough to steal 3 points before this half is over.
He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down. North Carolina will call its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Chambers. Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Great job by the defense not falling asleep on that play. Like, you're right there in that fringe area, this part of the field where offenses will get a little bit aggressive and try to throw the football because they kind of think the field's shrinking. It's harder to run. Nice job staying on it, staying disciplined, and executing by this defense.
Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. What did they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Catching up with North Carolina's head coach coming out of the locker room, the first half was okay, even though they've got a lead. He understands the ACC season opener, conference opener, they've got to be even better in the third quarter. He said there's some things we can clean up, some positives we can build on, but their intensity has to remain strong here to start the second half.
Thanks, Holly.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Got his man. There he goes. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Back to throw, it's Chambers. Pulls it in, it's Ship. Snags it, and there's running room. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. Oh, that big stiff arm just keeps moving. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down.
Hey, you could see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Might as well give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Quarterback may change this route. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
A quick pass to the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Haynes. Snowed under by the defense.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking for a big gain. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the North Carolina sideline, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player. The game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can count on. The coaches keep telling him, poise, composure, keep it going. This young guy is showing what he's made of. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. They're going to ride this running back.
And I go back to him again, too. The big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to the running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Chambers. They're working that left side. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Looking downfield. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Tar Heels right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 1st down. He's got him. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Guys, we've reached the end of the period and North Carolina's on top. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip and tuck affair. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Run in the red zone, it's Jackson. Not much running room. He's got... down to the 12.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Scanning the field, it's Chambers. Escapes the pressure going right. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
And the Tar Heels trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. A designed run for the quarterback. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels! They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the...
Sends it downfield. Makes the catch down the right side. Electrifying play. They set up now at the 32-yard line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. They make the tackle at the 22. We'll give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number 1. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
Running inside, it's Haynes. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Trying to get behind the defense. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Bunch formation for these receivers. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Reads it, fires complete. Turning it on. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me.
And the quarterback will take a sack.
Oh. 36. Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Turns it on in midfield. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. The Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Chambers. Makes the grab. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense.
Going for it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped, not much on the return. A whole lot in getting the football.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Send the tight end in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. And the Tar Heels headed quickly to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. He wants it all. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been...
Caught, and he's going to throw. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
To the air on 2nd down. He's got it. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Haynes. And he's wrestled to the ground. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got a man in the middle. Putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Wants to go right back downfield. And he throws another interception. His 3rd of the night. Got some room to run. After the interception, 0 showing on the clock, and that is how we'll end it.